foggy, so I've got my foghorn ready. One ferry going out and another coming in. I thought, well, I'll just sit here on the end of the breakwater and let them all go by, especially with it being a bit foggy. Thought there's no point having a drama at the start of a trip. So we've got a small amount of wind behind us. It's giving us about 2.5 knots of speed. So that just means that it takes a bit off the engine. It means the engine's not working as hard. So we're motor sailing at the moment. We're coming up to the traffic separation scheme, and that's where we're going to do a course change. We've been heading sort of north at the moment against the tide, but as we get to the edge of the traffic separation scheme, we're going to change the bearings and pretty much head straight for Howth then. That's a fishing vessel from the Faroe Islands, apparently. See, my radio tells me when I'm in danger of hitting somebody, and then it gives you the details of the actual vessel. Cool, huh? That's the Sea Cat on its way to Ireland. One of the reasons I like going to Howth and not Dublin is that all the ferry traffic passes to port, so all I've got to do is look over the boat side and then I can see the ferries coming and going. Hello! I've had 3 whale sightings. One's quite close to the boat, quite big. Minke whales, I think all of them were. I stopped once as soon as I saw it to try and get some shots, got the drone in the air, couldn't find it. Basically, whales can hold the breath for a long time, so when they dive you don't know where they're going to come up. But then I saw my second seal, so I thought, oh, I'll get some shots of the seal. Anyway, landed the drone, set off again, saw another whale. Stopped again, tried to get shots with the camera, couldn't. Set off again. This time I thought, oh, I'll sit on the bow of the boat, and then if it does surface, or one surfaces near Lady Act, then I'll get some shots of it at least. So did that, sat there for a while, nothing. As soon as I turned the camera off, one popped up next to the boat, didn't it? According to my radio, that's a Class A vessel from Malta. So a military vessel's just gone past, and I was trying to find the AIS for it, but then I couldn't find it anywhere. And then it struck me that probably military vessels don't have AIS because they don't want to identify themselves. I did think about putting the drone up, but then I thought, no, that's probably not a good idea. They'll probably shoot it out of the sky. Well, got within about 5.5 miles of Ireland, and suddenly there's just enough wind to sail. So we've got about 3.5 knots. So I just thought, it's 4:45, so there's still plenty of daylight. So I just thought I'd enjoy sailing with some peace and quiet for a change. I've just been on the telephone to the marina, so I've booked my space for the evening, and so I'm hoping to get in about 6:45. I'm just enjoying a sail now. I'm not going very fast, but it's just been such a noisy, hot journey over that sailing's the thing to do. I'm just chilling. See a few yachts on the horizon. All of us are now sort of heading towards the port. It's getting towards that time of day. Nice pint of Guinness is beckoning. So a bit of hectic start, quite a bit more wind than I was expecting, but I've now roughly set the sails and I'm just starting to set the bearing. Setting up the auto helm so I can get on with the brew and sort things out below. So I put a bit of a reef in. I put one reef on the main and I've got some in on the head sail, just so that I'm not leaning right over and I can actually get on with some stuff like breakfast later on. I love setting off early in the morning and seeing the sun come up and seeing everyone going about their business. Well, the wind's calmed down a lot now, so I might have to take a reef out. I'll just put a reef in. I'll have to go up on deck and take a reef out. See, we're only doing 1.4 knots, so we need to crank it up a bit. I love these moments. So finally, after about an hour of faffing about, avoiding various craft coming out of the harbour and putting a reef in and then taking a reef out and all that sort of stuff, we're now actually cruising at about 5.5 knots, well 5 knots through the water, about 5.5 knots over the land. Finally got the rig in a reasonably tuned condition, and we're now sort of set, well, we're heading east basically. You can see the sun's over there. Autopilot's doing its thing. It's right on the range though. At some point I might have to go manual. You get to a point where if it's nearly all the way pulled in, it can't go anywhere else, so I'm hoping I don't have to do some manual helming. I quite like cruising with a brew. This is this morning's view with a brew. Not much about, just the seabirds. Won't see as much wildlife today because we've actually got some waves today, so whereas it was smooth to slight coming over, got a bit more activity in the sea. I think up ahead, a few miles up ahead, we've got a fog bank, because I've just heard a vessel sounding its foghorn. Basically, if you're in fog, you sound, I think it's one long blast every 2 minutes. Must be soon, because it was at least a minute and a half ago. And there you have it. So there's a vessel there. I was probably on a collision course, so I've adapted my course. I think the compass might need a bit of TLC. So we've got a bit of a fog bank ahead, so I've been sounding the foghorn every 2 minutes. See it there, but my AIS has been telling me that a vessel's been approaching off my starboard bow, doing about 3 or 4 knots, and it's a Class A vessel. There's nothing on the AIS now. The fishing vessel's about 4 nautical miles behind me. So the AIS is a beacon that the bigger ships have on board that transmits, and I can pick that up, and so I know who they are, where they're going, what direction, what speed they're doing, everything like that. But if their AIS is broken, or if the vessel's smaller and doesn't need an AIS, then I don't know that's around. So I have to listen out for their foghorn, and I have to sound my foghorn and keep a very sharp watch out in case anything looms out of the mist at me. We've now got rain! Yuck! We are crossing the traffic separation scheme, so I've put a bit of speed on so we get across quicker. Can't see anything on the AIS, but the visibility is quite low, so I'm keeping very vigilant. Had to do quite a big detour because I had one craft that I was on collision with. Couldn't see it in the mist, obviously, so I had to do a detour around it.